If you have been considering buying a digital SLR but have been a little confused and intimidated by them, this should ease your nerves and help you and ease you into getting a digital SLR. Now, one thing that is definite with these is that they are much, much bigger than a regular point and shoot. And they also take much better pictures. And they may look more intimidating to some people because they're big and they have a lot of buttons and they're generally a lot more expensive. Nothing to worry about. A lot of those buttons just let you explore things that a regular point and shoot would never let you do. So on all cameras, they have a little mode button dial on the top. And what that lets you do is explore different pre-programmed settings in the camera, such as night shots or landscape or sports or portraits, and they even let you mess around with the camera itself. There's a little section that'll have an M, a P, an A, and an S, which would be M for the manual. We have complete control over the shutter and the ISO. A for aperture, you control the aperture of the lens. S for shutter, you control the shutter speed. And P for programmed auto, which is just a pre-programmed settings for the shutter and the ISO. Now, the ISO is basically, when you set it, you're telling the sensor how sensitive to be to light. And typically the range is from about 100 to 6400. And the lower the number, the brighter the conditions are. So if you are outside taking a picture of Stonehenge, you would put the ISO at something around 100 to 200. But if you're trying to take a landscape shot of New York City at night, you're going to use the higher end ISOs so that you can pick up what light is there even though there is not a lot. One advantage to a digital SLR is the range of lenses that you can have on the camera. With the regular point and shoot, you just have the one lens that's attached to the camera. And with an SLR, you have a variety of lenses you can get. You can get a wide angle, which will get in a lot more in one photo. You can get telephoto lenses, which let you see extremely far distances, and they still take some very good shots, but they are very expensive. They have fisheye lenses, which everybody likes to see those. Those are always cool photos. On the screen of the camera itself, you'll see a lot of different numbers. You will see a number divided by another number, which means which is the shutter speed. Say if it's 1 by 4,000, that's 1/4000th of a second. But if it's at 8, that means it's 8 seconds. So that means for that long, the sensor is going to be exposed to whatever it is you're shooting. One advantage to SLRs is the ability to shoot in RAW. And what RAW allows you to do is it allows you to, after you've taken the shot, say you don't like it, if it's not, the white balance is off. One thing that you can do is if you are shooting RAW, you can go into a program like Photoshop Lightroom, and with that RAW photo, because that's the name of the RAW bit is the name of the file, like JPEG, but it takes up a lot more room because there's a lot more data on it. And what the RAW photo allows you to do is you can go into Lightshop and mess around with different aspects of the photo. You can just completely change everything about that photo. And another good thing that a lot of new cameras that are coming out have is the ability to shoot RAW and JPEG. So you can have that good old standby JPEG to just show to everyone else, and then you have the raw photo to go into Lightroom and just mess around with.